Hello lovelies, this is Jenzilla and welcome to my channel. So today what we're doing is a ColourPop review, and the products in question are the no filter products that everyone has been talking about. So I went ahead and bought the whole range, so the foundation, the concealer, the setting powder, and then the loose powder, which I got the banana. So we'll see how these do. I wore them all day today, so I know how to perform, but I just want to go ahead and show you how they go on, and then at the end I'll let you know how they held up for the entire day. So as per usual, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the little button down below. Like, comment. I always like your feedback. If you have any ideas of anything you would like for me to review, go ahead and also mention it in the comments down below. And as usual, follow me on all my social media. I am Jenzilla80 on my Instagram and Twitter. And I still haven't checked what I am on Snapchat. So whatever it is, you guys can find out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. And this is for the ColourPop no filter that's been all over in YouTube and Instagram and everything. So let's take a look. Alrighty, so to start with, I do not have a ColourPop primer. I don't think they do have one. So I'm using the Cover FX blurring primer like this. I love it. It's mattifying, covers up my pores, and you know, works really well for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. I'm trying to find a mirror. I need to grab a mirror. Here you go. So I put that in my T-zone, anywhere where my pores are a little larger and where I need help. So as so. So we have that on now. And I'm gonna start with the foundation. I didn't buy any of the ColourPop the ColourPop brushes, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the one that I like, which is a Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush. So it looks like this. I really like the bristles on it, very nice and soft. I'm gonna go ahead and shake the foundation. I got the medium 110. That's the color that I got for ColourPop. So I'm gonna put some on my hand. This is gonna get complicated because I didn't grab a mirror that I could just put down, but whatever. So let's take a look. So as far as the shade, the one that I really wanted was a little darker. I think it was like 135, and they were sold out of it, which is notorious of ColourPop. They sell out of their colors all the time, and I get it. You know, they're very affordable, so everyone, once they are reviewed, wants to try them out. But you know, I feel like that's always the case with everything that I want from them, that it sells out the first time around that it comes out. But I'm not mad at this color. It's just not as dark as I wanted it to be. I like that it has like really good warm undertone, and so it covers pretty well. Right here. So I typically apply my foundations with a brush first, and then I go over it with my beauty blender just to make sure there's no streaks or anything. So, and I'm not a gal who typically does her eyes first. I normally put my foundation on first and then I do my eyes. So this is kind of more difficult for me because I have to be careful not to mess up what I've already done. So don't forget the chin. So bring it down. I'm gonna tuck these in because they're getting in my way. So this is like one coat. As you can tell, it covers really well. I really do like the coverage on this particular foundation. So now let's go with our beauty blender. Well, this one's a Real Technique little sponge, beauty sponge. And I always get these because they're easy to get. They have them at my grocery store. So, you know, don't have to order them or go to Sephora or Ulta to buy them. So now that we have the foundation on, look at my nose. I'm gonna go over my nose a little more, and this is typically what I do. I'll put it all over a thin layer, and then I'll go over the areas that I feel I need a little more correction. So my nose is typically where I do. So Okay. And there we go. So that's pretty good. And if you're wondering what I have as far as eyeshadow on, I have Alamar, the Reina del Caribe palette, which looks like this. I got it in my BoxyCharm, which I still get every month, and I love it. Used this color, this color, this color, and this color, and also this one right here. So really, really beautiful colors. If you guys haven't subscribed to BoxyCharm, do so. I don't get anything from BoxyCharm. I'm just letting you know. Really great subscription as far as monthly subscriptions go. So that's in and it's dry. So now let's go ahead and try some concealer. A lot of people have been raving about this concealer, like comparing it to Tarte Shape Tape. Wasn't a fan of Shape Tape, so I must say that personally I did enjoy this concealer very much, and I got color medium 22. So it's gonna look light, but the thing is that I really like a very brightened under eye. So this is just more my taste. They have a huge range of colors, so I'm sure you can find something that suits you better if you don't particularly like really light concealer like I do. But that's what I like, so that's what I got. And, all right. And very good coverage on this concealer. As you can tell, brightens really nicely. I love that for under eyes and down my nose, up my forehead. Makes me look like I have more dimension. I am really considering using one of their concealers as a contour color, just because I really like the formula on this. Like, I think it's beautiful. So a little bit on my chin. And there we go. So I don't have a big problem with dark under eyes, but if you do, I think you probably need to double up on how many coats you put of this. So now I'm gonna go ahead and use the loose powder, and then it's the No Filter setting powder in Banana. Put a little bit on the cap. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my beauty sponge to apply it. And we're just gonna slightly bake, like not a huge bake. I will tell you, this powder is amazing, like super fine, very great texture and really good coverage on it, and it sets really nicely. Like it lasts. Like, this is a beautiful product. Really happy for, I think this one's like $9, 9 or 12, I don't remember exactly. I mean, you can't beat that, because you'll have like your super high-end that costs like 3 times more that probably do the same job. So, I mean, you can see how nicely that sets under my eyes. It's really pretty. So, I'm gonna put a little more on the corner of my nose, because I tend to get really oily there. Here. Okay. And there we go. And then lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and use the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. And I purchased a medium dark. It looks like so. Really good color and goes on really well. Can't complain about this little guy. Oops, I used the wrong brush. What's wrong with me? So I'm using a big old fluffy brush to pat it on. And as usual, this is more a routine for really oily skin like I have. I would say that, you know, if you're more on the dry side, you don't have to set your whole face. So probably the loose powder would be sufficient. Just drag it all over. But for me, I need to lock it. So, okay. So we have this done. I'm gonna go ahead and contour, do all that good stuff, and then I'll be back and let you know how it feels on. So be right back. Alrighty, my lovelies, so this is the finished look. If you are wondering, I went ahead and used the Pure Cosmetic palette, and I think this one's the highlight and contour palette to go ahead and do my contour. My highlight is Becca and Prosecco Pop, and I highlighted under my eyes with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contour palette in Dulce de Leche. As I said earlier, I did go ahead and use the Untitled Cosmetic Reina del Caribe palette that I got in my BoxyCharm. And for brushes, what I use today is the big fluffy brush is a Mikasa F100. I love Mikasa. I have a discount code that I will insert down below so you guys can go ahead and buy some of these brushes in case you want to use it. Oh, and I forgot about the blush. I went ahead and used Pretty Vulgar in Make Them Blush, which is this really gorgeous color that I use pretty much on a daily basis. And I applied that with my Mikasa F200 brush. That is one of those like very soft bristle brushes. And if you guys haven't tried that tip to apply your blush, these are the best because they kind of diffuse the pigment and make it not so streaky on your face, like not like a big blob, so you can build it very, very easily. And then the setting spray that I used was the Cover Effect Illuminating Setting Spray, which is my favorite. I literally use this every day. So those are the products that I used. Those are the products that I used to achieve this look. And like I said, I actually applied this exact look, like this eyeshadow, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, was done at 5:45 a.m. and it is probably now, oh my god, sorry, my husband was in the backyard cleaning the pool and I thought someone was coming to kill me. Oh, sorry. Anyway, so I put this eyeshadow on at 5:45 this morning and it is now like around 8 o'clock at night and it has held up like this. And yeah, like that's kind of crazy. So I wore the ColourPop combo that I showed you today all day today. I work, you know, the regular 8-hour shifts, and I will tell you the foundation for oily skin, and this is just kind of a struggle that I have in life, didn't hold up. Like it definitely dried matte. Like right now it looks really pretty, like really dried really well. It looks good for about, I would say, 2 hours, and then oil starts peeking through and it starts separating. So that's for the foundation. But honestly, I will tell you that super high-end product like Estee Lauder Double Wear is probably the only one that I won't completely destroy because of how oily my skin is. But most of the high-end products that I use perform pretty much exactly like this one did. So I'm not mad at it. I think it is wonderful. Just have my color, ColourPop. I want my color to be available. And then one super winner out of this is definitely the concealer. So this guy right here, like I said, people have compared it to Tarte Shape Tape, and I think it is like above and beyond. And no insult to Tarte, I love Tarte products. I use a ton of their eyeshadows, I use setting sprays, I use a lot of their stuff. Like you can look through my makeup and I have a huge Tarte collection, but the Shape Tape never worked for me. Like it really just was too dry. Like yeah, like I have more mature skin. Like it doesn't work the same on me as on other people. And I know under eyes like dry easily. This one is like perfect, like perfect blend of dryness, not too moist so that it like slides all over. It's just perfect, and like it held up all day. At the end of the day, that's what I was still taking off. Like I was like working out a concealer, trying to get it off. The setting powder was fantastic. I love yellow colors. Thank you ColourPop for making the banana finish because it is like my favorite. I'm Latina and I have olive skin and a lot of yellow undertone, and this brightens me up like no other. Sometimes the clear translucent powders end up just looking ashy and making me look dead. So love brighteners. That's why I go with such light, you know, yellow undertone concealers, because just brighten up my skin. And then like I said, the No Filter Sheer Press Powder, I have the medium dark, worked well. I like the way that it goes on. It is very pretty. Like right now, total photo finish, like looks beautiful. And I did try to flash test on all this and no flash back. So fantastic product for the price. Like I said, all of those little goodies, which were the 4 items, cost me $36, free shipping in the US. So it wasn't anything that, you know, I wouldn't have spent on one foundation. So really for the price point, amazing products. I highly recommend them. Hopefully your color is available. Us Latinas, I'm gonna say it, is a little harder to match us because there's so many undertones and nuances. And like I feel like looking at the bottle, I'd be like, all right, that's kind of my color, but I really, in my heart, I needed the like darker one, which I think was like 130 or 135, I don't remember. Anyway, but hopefully you lovelies enjoyed this tutorial or review, I should say. And if you want to find out more about this makeup look, just comment down below and maybe I'll film it. I love this ColourPop Consmetic palette. Fantastic, great colors, and thank you ColourPop for these amazing products. They came quickly. Like I said, if they had my other foundation shade that I want, it'd probably be better, but this will be perfect year round for me. So alrighty lovelies, this is it for today, and I hope you good ladies and gentlemen enjoy this, and I love you. Bye.